Something moved in the corner of a nursing facility room, but the worker saw nothing there. The thing only showed itself after the picture was taken. This story follows a night shift care worker, one strange noise, and a photo that Reddit could not agree was real or ordinary. The building already had ghost stories. That is why the worker lifted the phone before they had any proof at all. Finring 7831 was working the night shift at a skilled nursing facility, the kind of place where every hallway feels too long after midnight. The lights were low, the rooms were quiet, and the staff already had stories about things that happened when most residents were asleep. At some point, the worker heard something from the corner of what they described as a residence room. They looked over, expecting to see a person, a cart, or anything that could explain the sound. There was nothing. Because the place already had a reputation, the worker did not just walk away. They took a photo of the corner, almost like they were testing the building itself. In the moment, the room still looked empty. The scare came later, when the worker looked back at the image. In the corner, where they had seen nothing with their own eyes, there appeared to be a dark, human-shaped silhouette standing upright. Some people in the thread said they did not notice it at first. Then they shrank the picture on their screen, and the shape suddenly stood out. Once they saw the figure, the corner stopped looking empty. If stories like this make you check the dark corners twice, subscribe before we get to what the hospice workers said next. The comments did not stay focused on one photo for long. People who had worked around hospice patients and long-term care facilities said this kind of presence was not rare. To them, places full of sickness and grief seemed to collect things no one could explain. One person described visiting hospice patients for years and said strange entities were common in those settings. Another brought up facility cats that would sit with dying patients before staff even knew the end was close. The photo started to feel less like a single odd image and more like one piece of a pattern. Then came the Shadow Man stories. One commenter claimed a dark figure used to materialize from a bedroom wall, tap their leg twice, and vanish. Years later, their sister reportedly saw the same thing in the same room, but Reddit never lets a ghost photo pass without a fight. Skeptics said the room did not look like a residence room at all. Some thought it was a common area, a nurse station, or a confusing angle with ordinary objects in the background. The explanations piled up fast. A wet floor sign, a fire sprinkler, a hanging fixture shadow, bad lighting, maybe even software editing. For every person who saw a figure, someone else saw a normal object in a bad photograph. That is what makes the story stick. The worker heard something before the photo. The worker saw nothing in person. Then the image showed what looked like a person standing where no person should have been. Maybe it was only a shadow. Or maybe the corner was never empty. What makes this one unsettling is not that the photo proves anything. It is that care facilities already carry so much fear, memory, and loss that one dark shape can feel like it belongs there. Do you think the image caught something standing in the room, or was this just a normal shadow that Reddit turned into a ghost? Subscribe for more strange Reddit stories where the answer is never as simple as it should be.